Hey guys, welcome back. This is App Thunder bringing you another farming raid video. Today we're going to be focusing on the low upkeep troop method of attacking your enemies. The reason why I call this the low upkeep troop method is that we generally don't spend that much on buying our troops. You'll see that I never use giants, healers, or any high level troops. I focus on using barbarians, and the reason is barbarians basically can get the job done the same way as giants do, as long as you deploy them effectively. Now you will see that I do use 16 wall breakers, but the reason is we tend to not really use all 16, but when you need them, it's better to have them handy than to be missing wall breakers when you're trying to break down crucial walls in the middle. The reason is you might encounter a wall that's pretty stubborn, or your wall breakers go the wrong way, or they're attacked by mortars by accident, and you find that if you're missing wall breakers, it can definitely cost you the whole game, and you might end up with no loot. So having those extra wall breakers available is always useful, although we only tend to use about 8 to 10 per battle. Now you'll see that I do have 44 goblins. This is about 1/4 of my army composition, and I find that I only need about 44 to get the job done. Goblins work pretty quickly. They can get at the stores, collectors, and they can loot pretty quickly. So the rest of your army you want to have in archers. Archers are great for DPS because they don't clump up as easily. If you deploy them in thin rounds, they'll shoot at everything from afar because they're ranged units, which means they're not going to attack one building at a time. Many archers can attack different buildings at a time, which means that they're not going to clump up. Now let's move on to the actual raid. And you will see that my clan castle has 25 archers in it, so I tend to like to ask for archers. They're great for defense, and they're great for attacking. Now you'll see that I'm going to deploy one archer here to sort of draw out any clan castle units. This opponent doesn't have any clan castle units, and if your opponent doesn't have clan castle units, you sometimes want to check if they have any resources in their collectors, because this means they haven't been playing for a while, or they haven't been on recently. So I do find that he does have resources in his collectors, and if he has resources in his elixir collectors, he's going to have resources in his gold collectors. So we're going to have to work on those eventually. Now I plan to attack from the right hand side, mainly because his base is sort of set up in horizontal rows. Now when I do deploy my barbarians, I'm going to want to spread them across so that they're not clumped up and attacking one building at a time. You'll see that all my barbarians attack different buildings, which means that their mortars aren't going to be as effective. Mortars shoot slowly, and they're only going to get 1 or 2 barbarians at a time, which means they're not going to take out my army in bulk. And I'm also not going to deploy all my troops at once. A lot of people make the mistake of deploying their troops all at once. And you'll notice that I only send wall breakers when my opponent's units are busy, when his wizard tower or his archer towers are busy focused on my other units. Now's the time that you can start to try to work on this middle wall and any other wall that you want to get at. And once this wall is done, once it's down, you can send your goblins in, because that's when you can start working on their stores. Now I did have a request to not use any lightning spells or any archer queen or barbarian king. So in this battle I'm not going to use any of it, which isn't really necessary. You generally only want to use lightning spells if you find that your opponent has a lot of clan castle units, or they have defenses that are clumped together. Say, for example, you can take out 2 mortars at once. You can use some archer towers and take those out. Now it looks like I can deploy the rest of my goblins. You'll notice that I deploy them in groups, and this is a final group. So this should likely finish off all of their resources. And I will get 2 stars out of this. But we're not so much worried about stars because we're farming. So as long as we're staying within our trophy bracket, we should be good. For me, I like to stay within the 1400 to 1500 range. If you feel more comfortable attacking at a higher range, you're welcome to do so. And again, if you feel like you should, if you feel like the 1400, 1500 bracket range is a bit difficult, you can definitely move down to about 1200, maybe 1100, and you'll still find some pretty good loot there. And you'll see that I did use 10 wall breakers, which is more than our initial 8 that we predicted. And you always want to have 16 handy, or around 16, just in case you need more. And this battle probably cost me about 30k in terms of elixir, and we definitely made all of that back, and we also gained a bonus because we won. So farming with this method definitely pays off. Troops are built rather quickly. It only takes about 17 minutes using these troops. If you were to make giants, or if you were to make dragons, pekkas, healers, it would cost you a lot more time and a lot more resources, and you might only get the same amount. You'll notice that I only missed out on about 5k of his gold, but I got all of his other resources. So this method is fairly effective. You can almost attack into any army or any setup and get the most of it. And I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you liked it, please like my video. Please subscribe. Any questions or comments, definitely post a comment. And I'll get back to you. Thanks a lot for watching. This is App Thunder signing out.